Hi guys, still here in Scotland, about to shoot this wonderful lighthouse we have here in the background. I don't remember its name, but I'll put the name right here. I'm at my main location. I've been here on the Isle of Harris basically the whole time, except for the drive up. And it's a little confusing because this is one island and it has two names. It has the name Isle of Harris and Isle of Lewis. The northern part of the island is Lewis and the southern part is Harris. And it is the entire island has a population of about 20,000. Really interesting people, friendly and just in general nice people. And they, apart from speaking English, the Scottish thick accent English, they also speak Gaelic. I haven't heard Gaelic for a long time. It's a strange language, and actually some of the street signs are actually in Gaelic, which is it doesn't help to find your way around. So I haven't traveled a lot here in Scotland. I've been here years ago for just in Glasgow, but I have never shot here or traveled. But in this trip, I actually drove all the way from Edinburgh to Ullapool. Ullapool, yeah, I think so. Name is here. And then took the ferry over to Harris. So I actually saw quite a lot. It's a 7-hour drive-ish. And it is a beautiful island. I'm here now right before Easter, so it's not like a peak tourist season yet, which is really nice because there are hardly anybody here on this island. It's a little undiscovered. You can see it if you Google it. If you try to Google photographs from it, it's there isn't a lot you will find, but it is absolutely beautiful. And my guess is that this is going to be a big location. It's going to be because places in Scotland like the Isle of Skye, very busy places, and when people start to see photos from here, I think people are going to come here more. But what I like about Scotland, what I was going to mention this earlier, is like it's so wild. Even the tourist places. I went to this mountain in Glencoe, and even that place was well. There were basically once Google Maps said we were there, I had to find a place to park. Then there was no path. I couldn't find any path, so we just walked, in the direction of the mountain. There was a river. We had to cross the river by jumping between rocks, and that was actually it adds to the experience. It is really nice not to have a massive infrastructure with toilets and a souvenir shop on each location. This is so much better. It's a big difference from like in Iceland. We do have. It's easy to shoot in Iceland. You can shoot, you can go between world-class locations, and you basically just have to park the car and walk 100 meters. So like I said, there is a lot to shoot here on the Isle of Harris. We've been here like 4 or 5 days, and we've done a bit. Would like to do more, but this is our last day here, so I'm heading back tomorrow. But it's been great. I have the weather is difficult. Like in Iceland, the weather here is always challenging. It's very windy, like now, I was trying to find a place to do this video because so there will be some audio. But rainy and windy, like Iceland, and which I like it. You know, well, yesterday actually we had a sunny day, and there was absolutely nothing we could do. I tried to make a video. You can see how that did here. I am squinting a lot. The sun is kind of like, yeah, I know it's not ideal, but you know, using this afternoon, it's too bright to shoot. So using this to make this video, you just have to excuse my squinting. So we had to wait until like sunset to be able to do something, and to get around. If you want to come here, rent a car and come here, to get around, it is not easy. Well, I would at least, you know, give yourself some time to scout the locations before you visit them, because they are sometimes really hard to find. Like I said, even if the Google map says you're there, you might have to, you know, you have to find parking, and that's not always easy. And then you might have to walk for an hour or something. And you better know which direction to walk, because there are no signs. There's, this is just, like I said, it's very wild. You need to walk a bit. It's very outdoorsy. It's very refreshing. It's a little bit like going back in time a little bit. It's, the small villages here, they are absolutely beautiful. The old stone houses and a lot of like really small farms. I don't think the small farmers here enjoy that. I don't know. It seems like a very, very difficult life. Not a lot of technology. And for example, there is no cell phone coverage here. It's, you know, I'm out. There's no internet. I cannot use my internet on this phone. And that kind of irritated me at first, because I'm an addict, you know, I'm a slave to this device completely. But constantly checking my email, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, just checking the phone. And just spending time, not like doing meaningful stuff, just scrolling, looking at nothing. And what happens with that is, I find when you escape from that a little bit, even if you want it or not, when you escape from it, it slows your mind down. Once you get over, you know, the irritation of not having internet, it slows your mind down, and you become more focused, and it is good. Well, having said that, I'm not gonna do a major change in my life and cut out all social media from my phone. I didn't find Jesus or anything like that. I just, I started to think if I could maybe do a little less of it. But like I said, no plans of doing that. I just like the feeling how it is here. It's very relaxing, and it's not just the phone and the internet, it's just the atmosphere. The people here are very kind of relaxed. It's a little bit different reality than big city life. Let's just call it that. And also, because it hasn't been touched a lot by tourism, the life here is, it hasn't changed. Tourism here hasn't changed the local identity, if you will. And that's what I, you know, apart from amazing landscape, that's what I want. That's what I want to see when I visit a location. And very often, because of tourism, some of those locations have, you know, lost their local identity, and that's a shame, because there's no middle ground, I guess. If you want a lot of tourists, that's probably what's going to happen, and that's a shame. When I'm driving around, I've been driving a lot here. When I'm driving around and you know, looking out the window, I must admit that Scotland looks a lot like Iceland. This rocks here and the colors and the flatness sometimes, it really looks alike. And I'm driving and thinking about that, and all of a sudden I realize I'm on the wrong side of the road and choop, I have to yank it back, and I remember I'm in Scotland. So bottom line, this island is amazing. And like I said, I haven't done everything I wanted since I got here. I will come here again. And I've been wondering while I was here, me and Ian, which is the guy who is traveling with me, we might do another trip here next year. And if there is any interest of joining us to that in that trip, we could, you know, check. Like if there is any interest, I will definitely, you know, get together a group and take it here, because it is. I will try to like keep the cost down a little bit, and we will just like so you have any have an idea of how I see this trip. It will be. It won't be like a regular photo workshop. It will just be a group shooting. You have me for assistance if you need teaching and assistance for composition, whatever you need, like as in a workshop. But it's more like you know, you need to be able to work a little bit by yourself and manage a huge location without somebody holding your hand. And staying together in a one house, you know, sharing a bathroom, cooking for ourselves. I think this could be really interesting. And if you're interested in that, let me know. My email link is down in the description. If you're not interested in that, just you know, you should come here anyway, because this is really cool. And try to come here before it gets crowded with tourists, because I'm sure it will. The only thing you need to know is to be able to travel here, you have to be able to walk a little, hike a little bit, and crossing rivers by jumping between stones or something, or have your valleys with you. And also be, it rains a lot and it's very windy, so you have to be able to deal with that. And if you're up for that, I think it's going to be an amazing trip for you. Either way, if you go with me or if you go on your own. So having said that, thank you for watching the video. See you next time. Bye.